Greetings, listener. Have you heard about D&D but wondered, what's the point? Has your friend, family member, lover recommended a D&D podcast to you and told you you'd love it, but you're not so sure? For all the fence sitters and D&D-curious out there, let us at I Seduce the Dragon explain in plain language what the heck this game is and why it's great.
I generally get asked, but what is the game?
I would describe the game as it's a series of story problems that you play as a specific character.
And everyone loves story problems.
I love story problems.
You solve a story problem as your character would.
Yeah.
Each one of these players have made their own character. They created a personality, a backstory.
We have goals that are explained to us.
You also built goals into your characters when you made them.
Yeah, so we have built our characters with certain abilities.
They each have control of their character, but control over nothing else. They don't have control over each other, and they don't have control of the world. That's controlled by me. I'm the DM.
The dungeon master, it's not a sex thing, I promise.
And I control the world and everything in it, but I can't control the players. So I create plot elements, and through storytelling, I invite them to interact with that. But I can't guarantee they will. And when they take it off in a different direction, I have to, in turn, improvise and put something before them that I hope they'll enjoy.
There's nothing I personally enjoy more than the human experience of shared enthusiasm. So to have these people that I genuinely really like, who I genuinely find really funny, all be enthusiastic about the story that we are telling together is really fun. And it's just as it becomes the highlight of the weeks that we're doing it. It's one of my favorite things.
DMing for you guys has brought me out of my shell a little bit. I didn't do voices before you guys.
You're great at voices. Your voices are delightful.
You're so good.
But I do them.
We have a separate group text where we just send each other 1 through 10 of how good your voices are.
That's not my worst nightmare at all.
It's all 10s. It's weird. It's a whole group chat.
It's all
just
10
back and forth.
Yeah.
So the way the game works in practice is the characters say what they want to do, and if there's any element of chance to the outcome of that thing, then I, as the world, ask them to roll for it. And they roll what we call a D20, which is a 20-sided die. The higher they roll, the better the result. The lower they roll, the worse. If you roll a 20, also called a natural 20 or critical hit or crit, it's so good that they might actually pull off the impossible. On the other hand, if they roll a 1,
A crit fail.
then whatever they're doing is probably going to backfire. Do you guys feel intimidated by the rules? Let me ask you that.
I don't, but
What rules?
I don't feel intimidated by the rules because I would otherwise have too blank of a slate and not know what we're supposed to do. It's guiding things so it's not a completely long-form improv situation.
it's playing pretend with guide rails. We're creating a logical world with a fantasy setting, and it is collaborative storytelling, and in that sense, there is a goal in mind. There is a narrative that we are playing. There are arcs to the story, and the rules are really just there to facilitate what is and isn't possible. Because if there's no chance of failure, then success doesn't feel good.
I love your characters. I love your dynamic. You guys are...
We're a ragtag group of assholes who's slowly starting to maybe like each other.
Are you talking about us or our characters?
We as people are the nicest people around, and we're all best friends, and we love each other. Our characters are deplorable human beings.
See all of that in action ahead on I Seduce the Dragon. Welcome to our table, you poor fools.